Hey guys, I'm Red, and this is LEGO Star Wars Set 75345, released in 2023 with 1,083 pieces, 5 minifigures, 3 of them being exclusive, all for just $140. Now there's a pretty controversial thing about this set that we will look at in just a second, but first, we gotta look at the box. Here is the front of the box, and I really like it. Love Coruscant in the background there. The big picture of the set always looks nice. LEGO Star Wars logo up on the top left, along with information about the set. If we follow the orange line, it would lead us to Ahsoka's 332nd Clone Trooper, telling us that this is a Clone Wars set. And of course, on the bottom right, we need to list all of our minifigures. On the top here, you can see just the standard top of the box detailing, and Padme is our scale minifigure. And for the back of the box, we get a picture of the set on a Coruscant rooftop, and it just shows off all of the play features that we will look at in just a second. The first minifigure we're going to look at is the Coruscant Guard Clone Troopers. Now they are both exactly the same, so I'm only going to look at the one, so we don't need him. But I really like this figure. A lot of people love to complain about the LEGO clones, but I think this one looks, honestly, it's perfect. Except for the helmet holes, but that's a whole separate issue. But yeah, this figure is just really nice. And of course, we do have the new clone head in there. And we also just get a standard blaster. So, nothing too special, but I think this is a good clone trooper. Up next is Padme Amidala. And she comes with this silver pistol piece that's we've seen many, many times before, but not in the silver color. So it's interesting. And Padme herself comes with dark tan legs, dark tan arms, and a dark red torso, just with some dark tan undershirt and a brown belt, which looks pretty cool. There's a little bit of back printing. There's not too much though. The hairpiece is definitely a Padme bun hairpiece. If we rip it off, actually, you can see she does have a second expression where she's also super angry. And last, but definitely not least, this is our controversial thing about the set. This is Mr. Commander Fox, and he does come with these two ARC Trooper pistols we've seen before. Nothing too special again with the accessories, so won't take too much time on those, but other than the helmet holes that aren't on the wrong side, you can see his torso is actually pink and not white. So that's interesting. What happened is when LEGO did his torso, they just stamped it too many times, so it ended up pink instead of white. But I heard if you complain to LEGO customer service, they might send you a new one, but it might look exactly the same. They're not officially changing it, but it might look better if you get a second one. But everything else on this figure looks pretty cool. I like the red helmet. That's pretty cool. The legs are also pretty cool. I like the toe printing. And the waist has a little printing as well. And on the back, and same kind of printing. And then he does use the standard clone face that we've seen on the other clones. Up next is Chancellor Palpatine. And I really like this figure. He's in his dark red robes. And there's just little details all in his dress that you can't really see, but you can kind of see on the sides. So it's just really good attention to detail there. I like his hairpiece in blonde. I think it's nice. And he does actually use the dress piece, so it's a slope that goes all the way down. And the back printing and the torso printing both are flushed together, so that's really nice. It does come with a second expression where he's like super angry that maybe the Clone Wars aren't going his way. And finally, here is the set itself, the Coruscant Guard Gunship. I really like it. I think it was a really creative take on the regular Republic gunships. So it's really cool to get a version that'll stand out if you have all of them on the shelf together. Starting off in the front here, you do get these two guns that are on these ball, I don't want to call them ball joints, but they are kind of ball joints. So you can move them any way you want. And if we look, you can see the whole front of it is kind of sloping down. So I really like that. That looks really cool. Our two cockpits here can open and close to fit both clones inside. You do get a 1x2 printed tile on both of them, so it's a little more detail in there. With the clones inside, you can now see that there's two cheese slope stickers there on the left and right. And don't make fun of me because it's crooked, but what's important is that the color is wrong. If we look really closely at it, you can actually see that the gray of the Republic insignia is off. So it's not the same gray as the bricks, so it's kind of weird. Moving to the right side of the set, you do get this door here, which you can open and close. But obviously the main thing about this side is the giant Republic insignia on a 4x4 tile, so it's really cool. This opens very easily and it closes just as easily. You can see there's a little interior in there. You can't really fit a minifigure in there unless they're laying down. It's kind of unfortunate. But if we move to the right just a little bit, you can see this massive door here, which does fit our minifigures. If we just open it just like that and push it to the side, you can see there's a lot of space in there. Maybe not a lot of space, but it's enough, and I think it works. So we can just very easily seal them back up. But for the door itself, you can see there are these 1x2 kind of dark clear, I guess, pieces, just to add a little more detail on the sides. And there are these white stripes using the white cut tiles and the wedge plates, so I think that works really well and it looks really nice. And there are a few red masonry bricks scattered throughout the set, just used as support, so those are really cool to get. And moving on, you can see more towards the back of the ship that there's this little storage compartment here where you can throw one of our accessories. After I drop it. Smaller weapons actually work better, so we can close it just like that and there won't be an issue. And there is also this lever here on the back where if we pull it, the door opens a lot easier to reveal our minifigures. And moving towards the back, we do get this slope here using great pieces and the regular sloped bricks. We do get this gun also back here, which is actually on a ball joint. We can move it any way we want to. And there's this little door here with a hidden Republic insignia there. We can just very easily open it just like that to reveal our interior. And before we move on to the wings, we want to cover the left side. So this is exactly the same Republic insignia there on the tile. You can open the doors very easily, just like that. And again, there is a storage compartment, so you can place Padme's gun in there if you like. And moving on to the wings and the thrusters, there's these two massive ones here and here that look really nice. I like how it slopes down using all the cone pieces, and it all connects together with two Technic axles to keep the support, so just very easily rip it off. Now, I was able to rip it off really easily, but when you're playing with it like this, there's no issue with it that will not come off. That's there for life. And same thing on the back here, just at a smaller scale. Two Technic axles go through it, and then this time they use the dome pieces instead of the cones. And finally, the wings here are on this really impressive angle, using a lot of Technic structure. They were able to get this angle correct, and it looks really nice. I like the slopes here at the start. Of course, the wedge places. I'll never complain about more ingots. It is kind of tiled off, but kind of not really at the same time. Just on the borders, it's tiled off. You do get two stud shooters on the end of the wings, which is just a stud shooter. Very easily shoot. So, yeah. And it is the exact same thing on the other side, so it is kind of tiled off on the borders. You get a slope to start us off with a Technic support structure in there and a stud shooter on the side. So, yeah. And then, do I have to show off the bottom of the Lego set? Probably not, because it's all going to look the same anyway. It's just anti-studs. Regularly, nobody's going to pick up the set and look at the bottom, so I think we're fine. So that's really all I have to say about this really gorgeous Lego Star Wars set. Obviously, the couple issues I went over, like the stickers, and the Commander Fox. You know, that'll happen. That's just regular with Lego now. The figures are always messed up and the stickers are always miscolored. But other than that, I really liked it. Apparently this is a lot smaller than other Republic gunships, but since I don't have any to compare them to, that's perfectly fine with me. For me, this is a good scale of a gunship. You don't need really a whole lot more space, so I think it works. So what do you think about this set? Why don't you leave a comment down below, and while you're down there, hit like, subscribe. It's super easy, it's free, why not? And I think you should stay tuned for more videos in the future when we keep building our Lego city, and we stay reviewing Lego sets. So if you want me to review any specific Lego set, please leave a comment down below, and guess I'll see you in the next video.